तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा गोविंद राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंहा जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंहा जय गौरनीता जय गौरनीता गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयामुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणं रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणं ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वतीति नामिने श्रीवार्षभानवी देवी दैताय कृपाब्धये कृष्णसम्बन्धविज्ञानदायिने प्रभवे नमः। माधुर्यजल प्रेमाढ्य श्रीरूपानुगभक्तिद श्रीगौरकरुणा शक्तिविग्रहाय नमोऽस्तुते नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्ते दीनतारिणे रूपानुगविरुद्धापसिद्धान्तद्वान्तहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्बरसाम्बुदे पादाम्बुजायते नमः। नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दलामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगवरायते गौराविर्भाव भूमि स्वं निर्देष्टा सज्जना प्रिय वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपः स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्री राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। जयतां सुरतौ पंगुर्मम मंदेर्मतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्वपदाम्बोजौ श्री राधा मदन मोहन दिव्य वृंदारण्यं कल्पाद्रुमादः श्रीमद्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद् राधा शील गोविंद देवो प्रेष्ठादिवि सेव्यमानो स्मरामि। श्रीमान् राससारंभी वंशीवट ततः स्थितः कर्षन् वेणुस्वनैर्गोपीर्गोपीनाथ श्रियेस्तनः तप्तकाञ्चन गौरांगी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। We are in the 23rd verse.
Mataji, 22nd.
So the sages who had assembled the banks of Ganga, they expressed that we will wait here till our foremost devotee of the Lord, Maharaj Parikshit, returns to the supreme planet. So we will wait here and we will chant the holy name of Lord. We will glorify Lord, hear about him. So, Ashutya tad rishi ganavachah parikshit samam madhuchud guru chavyalikam abhashat tainam abhinandya yuktan shushrushamanas shushrushamanas charitani Vishnu. आश्रुत्य तद ऋषि गणवचः परीक्षेत समम मधुचुत गुरु चाव्यलीकम आभाषतैनान अभिनंद्य युक्तान शुश्रूषमानश् चरितानि विष्णोः. So now Ashrutyaha means after hearing what sages spoke, Rishigana, the sages who had assembled, they spoke. Parikshit Maharaj, Samam Madhuchuta. The speech was so sweet, Madhuchuta. It is generally said how to speak. That should be learned from Prabhu Ram. We have done that. Purva Bhashi, Mita Bhashi, Hita Bhashi, Madhura Bhashi, Priya Bhashi. Purva Bhashi means whether somebody speaks or not, you give a smile. At least when you enter the temple, you know the devotees are there. Why I have a frowning face? Like I have a wonderful smiling face. Purva Bhashi, somebody speaks or not, just say Hare Krishna. Like you stand in the lift, some building person is there. Just don't go on looking the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody looks at that. Hey, we are human. It is one smile, Hare Krishna. I'll see how nice it is. Purva Bhashi. I still remember there was a Sikh boy who used to, very sweet looking boy, maybe 5, 6 years, maybe 7, 8 years boy. He's 6, 7 years boy, very sweet boy. Then he used to say Sat Shri Akal. So it went on for one week. I used to say Hare Krishna, he used to say Sat Shri Akal. Next week it so happened I told Sat Shri Akal. He told Hare Krishna. So just a loving gesture. We don't have to speak so much what happened in your family, that and this. We are not interested about it. But just you can say Hare Krishna. You see, even in the flight, when you enter, they say good morning, hello, hi. Something at least they say. And when we enter the temple, we see the devotees, they have the groupism, they don't want to talk to others. No, don't do that. Just learn even from a materialistic companies where they are taught these basic etiquettes of first do Purva Bhashi. And how should be the Purva Bhashi? Mita Bhashi. Don't talk so much. A small thing. Mita Bhashi. Or people will run away after seeing you. They will try to cross another road. Purva Bhashi, Mita Bhashi. And whatever you speak should be beneficial for others. Hit Bhashi. Hit Bhashi. And then it should be Priya Bhashi. It should sound nice. Oh, grandfather, you're going to die. Anyhow, you're going to die. You don't have to say that. You don't have to say that you're going to die. It is known. The grandfather knows that he's going to die. But that is, though it is truth, Satyabhashi. But it's not Priya to hear. So Satyabhashi should be Priyabhashi, Madhurabhashi also. It's not so easy. It's not so easy to speak truth, which is actually bitter. But the same bitter medicine, when the doctor gives in a nice smiling face, you see, the same bitter medicine is taken. So it is not so easy to speak truth. At the same time, the truth should be hita, the truth should be priya as well as madhura. So it's an art of speaking. It's an art of living, art of living. We should learn how to speak also. Now the sages there who assembled, they all spoke so beautifully, so nicely. It was nice. Madhuchuta, sweet to hear. Guru cha, guru, grave. At the same time, it was full of meaning. It was grave. It was presented very perfectly. Truth is presented very perfectly. Grave means you're not just joking. Sometimes joking classes has to be given. But in that joking class also, you should understand the depth behind it. Some speakers, they are very tactful in giving some joking classes. People like to go and hear. But who is intelligent, they are not just seeing that outer surface. They are seeing that inner depth. And now, after hearing, what did Parikshit Maharaj do? Abhashata enan abhinandaya. After they all said, now here Parikshit Maharaj congratulated the sages. Yuktan by Shushrushamanaha. Shushrushamanaha. He wanted to hear more. Charitani Vishnoho. About Krishna's Charitani. Charitani means the activities. He desires to hear the activities of Lord. That is why he congratulated the sages who assembled here. And what did Parikshit Maharaj say? Let us see. Verse number 23. 19th chapter, first canto. Samagataha sarvata eva sarve veda yatha murti dharas tripushthe nihatanamutra cha kaschanartha rute paranugraha graham atmashilam. Samagata sarvata eva sarve veda yatha murtidhara stripushthe nehatana mutra cha kaschanartha rute paranugraham atmashilam. That is, now you are able to read, isn't it? I am able to see the mouse. You are able to read. See, like this, when you start reading with the chanda in Vedanga, you have this chanda. Chanda means the meter. And slowly, slowly, you know the vyakarana. Then slowly, slowly, you start analyzing the words. That is known as nirukta. So this happens. This is slowly, slowly. Chanda. Once you start knowing the chanda, it is very easy to relate the words. Samagataha sarvatha eva sarve. All assembled. Sarvataha. From all the directions, samagataha, all the rishis assembled. Veda yatha murti dharaha, they were personification of knowledge. Now don't look at the translation at all. when we start analyzing the words, Srila Prabhupada has given everything so nicely. Start making sentences. This will help you in preaching activities. If you directly go to the translation, it's a ready-made. Start storm braining. Brainstorm करते क्या? Storm braining, brainstorm क्या करते? Brainstorm. So brainstorming, that means analyze the verses, words, murti daraha. They're all personification of knowledge. Three prushthe means the three planetary systems, upper, middle, and lower. On this planet of Brahma, you are the personification of knowledge. Who is speaking this? Parikshit Maharaj. Then, na iha atha na amutra, na iha. Nobody can find so wonderful people like you in this earthly planet, nor in other worlds also. Kaschana arthaha rute para anugraham atmashilam. So you are so wonderful. You have so much of compassion. You are meant to do good for others. Atmashilam, you have no interest for yourself. Rishi means one who is not interested in his comforts. Srila Prabhupada gave up everything just on the words of his spiritual master. Prabhupada's disciples also gave up everything just on the words of their spiritual master. So in this way, Atma Shilam is one who is not interested in his comforts. For Krishna, he is ready to take up anything and everything. So that is known as Atma Shilam because he is interested Anugraham. Anugraham means passing on the benefits what he has got, passing out the mercy what he has got to others. So save and accept is Ruti. Save and accept. Except for you all. There is nobody in this earthly planet. That means rishis. They are meant for doing good for others. So one cannot compare anyone with the rishis, with the pure devotees, the rishis. So they are wonderful not only in this planet, and nobody can compare them in other planets also. The king said, "O great sages, you have all very kindly assembled here. Having come from all parts of the universe, you are all as good as the supreme knowledge personified, who resides in the planet above the three worlds, Satyaloka. Nor, consequently, you are naturally inclined to do good to others, but for this you have no interest either in this life or in the next life." Okay, Sanjay Prabhu, read the purport.
Hare Krishna Mataji. 6 kinds of opulences, namely wealth, strength, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation, are all originally the different attributes pertaining to the absolute personality of Godhead. The living beings, who are part and parcel entities of the Supreme Being, have all these attributes partially up to the full strength of 78%. In the material world, these attributes, up to 78% of the Lord's attributes, are covered by the material energy, as the sun is covered by a cloud. The covered strength of the sun is very dim compared to the original glare, and similarly the original color of the living beings with such attributes become almost extinct. There are three planetary systems, namely the lower worlds, the intermediate worlds, and the upper worlds. The human beings on earth are situated at the beginning of the intermediate worlds, but living beings like Brahma and his contemporaries live in the upper worlds, of which the topmost is Satyaloka. In Satyaloka, the inhabitants are fully cognizant of Vedic wisdom, and thus the mystic cloud of material energy is cleared. Therefore, they are known as the Vedas personified. Such persons, being fully aware of knowledge, both mundane and transcendental, have no interest in either the mundane or transcendental worlds. They are practically desireless devotees. In the mundane world, they have nothing to achieve, and in the transcendental world, they are full in themselves. Then why do they come to the mundane world? They descend on different planets as messiahs by the order of the Lord to deliver the fallen souls. On the earth, they come down and do good to the people of the world in different circumstances under different climatic influences. They have nothing to do in this world save and except reclaim their fallen souls rotting in material existence, diluted by material energy. Wow.
So nice. Wonderful explanation, Srila Prabhupada writes. They have nothing to do here, but still they have come. Why? It is the will of Krishna. So now see, in Satyaloka, the inhabitants are fully cognizant of Vedic wisdom, and thus the mystic cloud of material energy is cleared. They are known as Vedas personified. Such persons, they are full of knowledge, both mundane and transcendental. They don't have any interest in this. They are desireless devotees. They have nothing to achieve. And in the material transcendental world, they are full in themselves. Why do they come? So nice, they have said they descend on the different planets as Messiah. These are the Messiahs by the order of the Lord to deliver the fallen souls. So what is their purpose? Just to give benefit to others. They come from where? They are coming, they can come either from Vaikuntha or they can come from Satyaloka, directly from Satyaloka. Because Satyaloka is the abode where the living entities are full of knowledge. It's actually said when you go to Satyaloka, it is easy to go back home, back to God. That means one should be in knowledge. You can be in earthly planet also to go back home, back to God. But the mission is one should always remember Krishna. Tatascha va pruchyam imam vipruche vishrubhya vipra iti krityatayam sarvatmana mriyamanaischa krityam shuddham cha tatra mrushatabhyuktah tatascha va pruchyam imam vipruche Vishrubhya vipra iti krityatayam sarvatmana mriyamanaischa krityam shuddham cha tatra mrushatabhyuktah. Again I'll read, try to read along with me on this. Tatascha vaha pruchyam imam vipruche vishrubhya vipra iti Yatayam sarvatmana mriyamanaischa krityam shuddham cha tatra mrishata bhiyuktaha tatah. As such, because you all have assembled here, you are meant to do good to others. That is why tataha cha vaha, unto you. Pruchyam means I am asking. Pruchyam, this. Vipruche, I beg to ask you. Now see, Pruchyam is also there, Vipruche is also there. 2 times. I am asking you, which is to be asked. Pruchyam means the subject to be asked. Vipruche means I beg to ask. There is difference in this. Pruchyam, the subject to be asked. Vipruche, Vishesha Rupena begging. I am asking you. Vishrubhya Vipraha. You are trustworthy Brahmanas. That is why even the Brahmanas should be trustworthy. If you ask something, he goes and leaks out to others then. So you cannot ask a personal doubt. No? That is why it is said. Somebody told me yesterday, Mataji, she is a psychiatrist, I think. Psychology they do, ना? माता जी आपके अंदर बहुत रहस्य छुपा हुआ है, अगर छुपना ही चाहिए. So many people speak to you, then you cannot go on disclosing all those things to everyone. तो बोला रहस्य छुपा हुआ है, नहीं मुझे समझ में आ रहा है, बहुत रहस्य छुपा हुआ है. I said बहुत है, आप एक लीलामृत लिख सकते हो. So one is not supposed to speak out the difficulties which is expressed by someone to you. So he should be trustworthy. That is why you're trustworthy Brahmanas. Iti krutyatayam. So out of all the duties, O Brahmanas, Sarva Atmana, these are different duties performed by everyone. Mriyamana hai, especially those who are just about to die. Now, cha krityam shuddham cha tatra amrushtaha abhyuktaha. Abhyukta means just befitting. What is that befitting duty which can give, which is done by complete deliberation, and which is completely perfect, and which is especially done by those who are just about to die. So let me know what is my duty, my immediate duty. Immediate duty. Very clearly it has been asked here. Tatra, tatra means therein. By complete deliberation. Means completely by deliberation. Purposely I'm asking you. What is that he's asking? There are so many duties done by everyone, but what should be my immediate duty? So please, after proper deliberation, you analyze properly and tell me what is my unalloyed duty of everyone in all circumstances, and especially, specifically of those who are just about to die. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yatho bhakti radhokshaje haituki apratiyata yatma suprasidati. That was the questions asked. Answer what was given by the sages of, by Sutta Goswami to the sages of Naimisharanya. This is the only thing which is going to satisfy everyone. The questions asked in the first chapter were, what is that thing which is going to satisfy everyone? Tatratranjasayushman bhavtayat vinishchitam pumsam ekanta shreyas tanna shamsitam arhasi. For that answer is what? Pumsam ekanta pumsam savai pumsam parodharmo yatho bhakti radokshaje. Bhakti to Krishna, dhokshaje, how it should be ahaituki apratiyata. So in this way, I also want to know, there are so many duties performed by everyone. What is that one thing which is actually beneficial to all? At the same time, a person is going to die. Then what is that thing which is going to satisfy everyone? Okay. Aruna Sumukhi Mataji. I always call her Aruna. So Aruna Sumukhi Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, purport by Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. In this verse, the king has placed two questions before the learned sages. The first question is, what is the duty of everyone in all circumstances? And the second question is, what is the specific duty of one who is to die very shortly? Out of the two, the question relating to the dying man is most important, because
So
everyone
art
is
of living or art of leaving. Now, these two things are there. Duty of everyone is art of living. In this earthly planet, you are living, okay, whatever duties you have, that art of living. Art of living, that time what to do?
Out of the two, the question relating to the dying man is most important, because everyone is a dying man, either very shortly or after 100 years. The duration of life is immaterial, but the duty of a dying man is very important. Maharaja Parikshit placed these two questions before Shukdev Goswami, also on his arrival, and practically the whole of the Srimad Bhagavatam, beginning from the second canto up to the last, the 12th canto, deals with these two questions. The conclusion arrived at thereof is that devotional service of the Lord Shri Krishna, as it is confirmed by the Lord himself in the last phases of the Bhagavad Gita, is the last word in relation to everyone's permanent duty in life. Maharaja Parikshit was already aware of this fact, but he wanted the great sages assembled there to unanimously give their verdict on this conviction, so that he might be able to go on with his confirmed duty without controversy. He has specially mentioned the word Shuddha, or perfectly correct. For transcendental realization or self-realization, many processes are recommended by various classes of philosophers. Some of them are first-class methods, and some of them are second or third-class methods. The first-class method demands that one give up all other methods and surrender unto the lotus feet of the Lord, and thus be saved from all sins and their reactions. Hare Krishna.
So first class method. What is the first class method? Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarvapapebhyo moksheshyami ma shuchaha. That is the first class method. Give up everything. If somebody is not able to give up everything, then Ramayana says, Sakrateva Palnoya Stavasmit Sayachate Abhayam Sarvada Tasme Dadami Etad Vratam Mama. Just tell to Krishna, I am yours, O Krishna. That thing one can tell. Then Krishna gives Abhayam. So in this way, suppose a person while quitting the body is not able to remember Krishna. Yadi vatadi doshena madbhakto mam nachasmaritaham smrami madbhakta nayami paramam gati. So in this way, Krishna says, suppose because of vata dosha, a person is not able to remember Krishna. So then Krishna says, I remember that devotee. Yadi vatadi doshena madbhakto mam nachasmare. Aham smarami madbhaktaha. I remember the devotees. So Krishna gives us the chance to chant the holy name, to remember him. And in this way, when we don't utilize that time, then it's our mistake. Krishna has given us wonderful time. In this, actually, my daughter-in-law was speaking about, she was telling the story to my granddaughter. Yamaraj came in the form of a Brahmana to Grahastha. And the Grahastha saw this Brahmana very nicely. He was not knowing he's Yamaraj. Then because he served very nicely, he showed his form. Oh, you're Yamaraj. So what benediction you want? I should know that I should be, give me the preparation time. You're going to take me anyhow. So give me the preparation time. Say preparatory time, preparation time. He said, okay, you'll get all the preparatory time. Went. After a few years, Yamaraj came. Tomorrow you're going to die. He said, what is this? I asked you, you blessed me also, that you are going to give me the time for preparing for the death, and today you're saying that tomorrow you're going to die. Then Yamaraj said, I gave you all the hints. What more I should give you? You started having wrinkled skin. Tooth and all, teeth and all has gone. White hairs. Still, what I should show you? I have given all the symptoms. Then my Chotu told, oh, it is like Kullupati, Kullutata, my mother, father. So it is like that. But Mama, you have told whoever is under the shelter of Krishna, for them Yamadutas will not come. She started linking. But now they are in the temple. So Vishnudutas will come for them. Just see. So actually, this is, everybody should prepare for the examination called death. Yamadutas will come, Vishnudutas will come as per our activity karma. One who takes shelter of Krishna, for them Vishnudutas are going to come. That is for sure. That is given in the scriptures also. But death is inevitable. Okay. Tatra bhavad bhagavan vyasaputro yatruchaya gam atmano anapekshaha alakshalingo nijalabhatushto vrutascha balair avadhutaveshah. Tatra bhavat bhagavan vyasaputro yadruchaya gam atamano anapekshaha alakshalingo nijalabhatushto vrutascha balair avadhutaveshah. Tatra bhavat bhagavan vyasaputro yadruchaya gamatamano anapekshaha alakshalingo nijalabhatushto vrutascha balair avadhutaveshah. Tatra. Then what happened there? Tatra means there. Abhavat. Abhavat means appeared. Bhagavan Vyasaputraha, the powerful son of Vyasadeva. Yadruchaya, who desired to know the ultimate occupation or duty, that is Parikshit Maharaj. So, as one desires, somebody desires something, immediately Krishna fulfills the desire. Upadrashta Anumanta cha Bhakta Bhokta Maheshwara. So here, Gam Atamanaha, after traveling the earthly planet here, Sukadeva Goswami comes Anapekshaha. Anapekshaha means nobody, Anapekshaha. Here it is given disinterested. He traveled to earthly planet without having any personal interest. Alakshaha, unmanifested. He did not show that I am coming, arrange so many things for me. Nothing. Sometimes we need people's attention. But here Alaksha, roaming, such an exalted personality who is not desiring any you can say people's attention, any attention of the people. So he just roaming. Unmanifested Alakshaha, Lingaha, Nijalabha. So he is completely self-realized. He is satisfied. Tushtaha. Vruttaha. Vruttaha refers to surrounded. Surrounded by whom? Children, women. Avadhuta. Neglected by others. Vesha. Dressed. So how he was dressed? Practically he was nude only. Because as soon as coming out of the womb of mother, he started running. And Vyasa putreti, 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 he is crying. Then Vyasa caught hold of him and told about Chaturshloki Bhagavatam. Told about the wonderful, merciful glance of Krishna, the compassion of Lord. And immediately he started roaming around without bothering about his dress, about his food. Avadhuta, maddened person. Because now he was initially Brahmavadi, interested in Brahmajyoti. But then now he has started recollecting the past tense of Krishna because he's Shukha, the parrot of Srimati Radharani. And like a mad person, he is roaming in the earthly planet, searching for Radha and Krishna. Now, Sukadeva Goswami, he is Atma Santushtaha. He is self-realized. Okay, Vrindavan Lila Mataji, I'll be back in a while. Okay. Mohini Mataji, Mohini ne, Mohit Prabhu, where is Mohini Mataji? Mohit Prabhu, please read.
Hare Krishna Mataji. The word Bhagavan is sometimes used in relation with some of the great devotees of the Lord, like Shukdev Goswami. Such liberated souls are disinterested in the affairs of this material world because they are self-satisfied by the great achievements of devotional service. As explained before, Shukdev Goswami never accepted any formal spiritual master, nor did he undergo any formal reformatory performances. His father Vyasadeva was his natural spiritual master because he heard Srimad Bhagavatam from him. After this, he became completely self-satisfied. Thus, he was not dependent on any formal process. The formal processes are necessary for those who are expected to reach the stage of complete liberation, but Sri Shukdev Goswami was already in that status by the grace of his father. As a young boy, he was expected to be properly dressed, but he went about naked and was disinterested in social customs. He was neglected by the general populace, and inquisitive boys and women surrounded him as if he were a madman. He thus appears on the scene while traveling on the earth on his own accord. It appears that to the inquiry of Maharaj Parikshit, the great sages were not unanimous in their decision as to what was to be done. For spiritual salvation, there were many prescriptions according to the different modes of different persons. But the ultimate aim of life is to attain the highest perfectional stage of devotional service of the Lord. As doctors differ, so also sages differ in their prescriptions. While such things were going on, the great powerful son of Vyasadeva appeared on the scene. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you.
So neglected also refers to he did not undergo any reformatory processes. It was not necessary for him. So that is why, because his father has completely purified him and he himself is such a purified soul. He has heard Bhagavatam in the form of a small parrot, goes inside the stomach of Javali and sits there. He doesn't want to come out. For 16 years he's inside the stomach of Javali. And there Vyasadeva says, Maya will not catch you. Don't get afraid. Please come. So such a self-realized soul, always Atmatruptaha, Atmaramaha. So such person, for him, so-called purificatory processes are not necessary. Tam तं दव्यष्टवर्षं सुकुमारपाद करोरुभाव्यं शकपोलगात्रं चार्वायताक्षोणस्य तुल्यकर्ण शुभ्रावननं वननं कम्बुसुजातकण्ठं तं द्व्यष्टवर्षं सुकुमारपाद करोरुभाव्यं शकपोलगात्रं चार्वायताक्षोत्र सतुल्यकर्णं कर्ण शुभ्रवालनं कम्बुसुजातकण्ठं तं द्व्यष्टवर्षं सुकुमारपाद करोरुभायं सकपोलगात्रं चार्वायताक्षोत्र सतुल्यकर्ण शुभ्रवालनं कम्बुजसुजातकण्ठं शुभ्रवालनं कम्बुसुजातकण्ठं tam. Now they're describing about him. Tam means him. Dviashta means 2 times 8. 16. Dviashta, just how. Shodashakam, instead of Shodakshakam, what has been told? Dviashta, 16. Varsham, Dviashta Varsham, Sukumara, very delicate. A 16 years boy means so sweet. The expected 16 years boy means now bhari javani, they should dress nicely, but this person is neglecting. So Sukumara is very delicate. Pada, legs, Kara, Uru, Bahu, Atma, Amsha, Kapola, Gatram, Charu. They are all very beautiful. And they are very delicate also. Charu Ayata Akshaha, very beautiful. Broad eyes. Unnasa, high nose. Tulya Karna. And also similarly, the ears also very beautiful. And also Subruhu. Subru means nice eyebrows. Ananam means face. Kambu, conch shell. Sujata Kantham. So the neck is like the conch shell. So everything is so perfect. So Sukadeva Goswami is looking so beautiful. Generally, this is a description of exalted personalities. They have these lakshanas. They look very beautiful. Their eyes are long, broad. They have broad shoulders. The thighs are perfectly built. Nose is raised. Everything is so perfect. These are the symptoms of self-realized souls. Okay. Gyandeep Prabhu, read.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanyavad Pranam. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A respectable personality is described beginning with the legs, and his honored system is observed here with Sukadeva Goswami. He was only 16 years of age. A person is honored for his achievements and not for advanced age. A person can be older by experience and not by age. Sri Sukadeva Goswami, who is described herein as the son of Vyasdeva, was by his knowledge more experienced than all the sages present there, although he was only 16 years old. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
So, a person is a self-realized soul's age is not seen, experience is seen, his knowledge is seen. That is why you see old people going and falling at the feet of younger self-realized sages. So what counts is your experience and your knowledge and your realization. Niguda Chatrum Prithu Tunga Vakshasam Avrittanabhim Valivalguttaram Cha Digambaram Vaktra Vikirna Kesham Pralambabahum Samarottamabham. विगूढचत्रुं पृथुतुङ्गवक्षसं आवृत्तनाभिं वलिवल्गुदरं च दिगम्बरं 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 वक्त्रविकीर्णकेशं प्रलम्बबाहुं समरोत्तमाभं निगूढचत्रुं निगूढ covered chatrum collarbone prithu broad tunga swollen vakshasam chest. You see this covered collarbone, this haddi and all should not be seen. Now this is self-realized soul, they are not interested in eating, but still Krishna gives such a wonderful bodily features. They are not interested in eating or anything. They're not interested in their own bodily comfort and how it is swollen chest. Avrittanabhim, word navel. Navel should be broad. Navel should be deep. Valivalgu udaram, stripped abdomen. Chadik ambaram, naked, dressed by all direction. I just see naked. Dig ambaram. Ambaram refers to the sky. He's covered by the sky. He doesn't have any other outfit. Dig ambaram. Vaktra vikirna kesham. Curly hairs, which is scattered. Pralamba bahum. Long hands. It is said the hands should be beyond your knees. Such a long hands should be there. So long hands. Su amara uttama. So Su amara uttama means best among the gods. Abham. Abham refers to the complexion, the effulgence, which is like Krishna. So when you see him, you feel like you are seeing God, a godly personality. So his complexion and his tejas is like God. Okay. Bindu Mataji, read the puppet.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Pranam. His bodily features indicate him to be different from common men. All the signs described in connection with the bodily features of Shukdev Goswami are uncommon symptoms, typically of great personalities according to physiognomical calculations. His bodily hue resembled that of Lord Krishna, who is the supreme among the gods, demigods, and all living beings. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So his bodily features indicate him to be different from common man. Somebody can even immediately, when the self-realized soul walks, immediately you can understand he's not a common person. He's not a common man. He's something beyond. Shyamam sada pivyavayonga lakshmya strinam manokyam ruchirasmitena pratyuthitaste munaya swasanebhyas तल्लक्षणज्ञापि गूढवर्चसं श्यामं सदा पीव्यवयोऽङ्गलक्ष्म्या स्त्रीणामनोज्ञं रुचिरस्मितेन प्रत्युत्थितास्ते मुनयः श्वासनेभ्यः Tallakshanakkya api gudhavarchasam. You see how the words are twisting the tongue here and there. Read this again. Shyamam sada pivyavayonga lakshmya Strina manogyam ruchirasmitena pratyuthitaste munaya swasanebhyah tallakshणक्या api gudhavarchasam shyamam. So what is his color? Don't go by the color. You should be very fair. It's blackish. But still, lot of effulgence. And very beautiful because of his age also. Generally, it is said 16, 17 means they look very beautiful. Generally, those days, people used to get them married in that days. But nowadays, plus 10. Or maybe plus 15, plus 20. When completely the beauty is gone, by seeing each other also, they are not attracted. And how production also will happen. So all demons are only produced. But at age of 14, 15, 16, especially 18, they are very beautiful. Girls should get married by that time. Maximum 20. You should not keep daughters more than that. 21, 22. That also permitted. But 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh my God. Now 31, 32. By the time she should have child and the child should grow. Anyhow, but here anyhow, why we are speaking all these things. Shruti Goswami is a brahmachari. And neither he has the beauty to show to some girls. But he is beautiful. Very beautiful. The age itself is so wonderful. Anga Lakshmiya. These are all the symptoms. And Lakshmiya Strinam Managyam is so beautiful. Just see. Strina Manakya. He was very attracted to the ladies. The girls were very attracted to see him. Ruchirasmitena. Ruchirasmitena. He was very pleasing to women. And his attractive smile attracted the women. Then what happened? Pratyuthinaha. When he came there, all the sages, they stood up. Munayaha. Swa asanebhya. They all stood up from their seats. Tad lakshanakya. They honored him. He is very expert. They were all expert in the art of physiognomy. What is physiognomy? Yes. What is physiognomy?
The science which tells the significance of different parts and how they are
Yes.
designed.
How they are designed. Your physical appearance and your body language. All this is studied in this. So they are very expert. As soon as they saw his Lakshana, now nobody introduced him. He did not come with a label. Generally we say, no, now today's class is going to be given by so and so. Then we give introduction. Nothing, nobody introduced him. He just came there. And they all stood up. Just see how they understood that he is a self-realized soul. That is why physiognomy has been given. Just by seeing his lakshanas. But now we don't have the chakshush to see the lakshanas also. We are so dull-headed. But in those times, great sages could identify who are all self-realized souls. So that was expertise. You see, the more we are into these computers, we're taking the help of this apparatus and all these things, modernization, we are becoming more and more dull-headed. Our inner consciousness, our inner strength, our inner energy is not identified properly. Everybody has energy. That is what they teach in Reiki also. When I had gone to study Reiki, I am Reiki second holder, second degree. At that time, she said, oh, your all chakras are open. They try to open the chakras. Why? Because you have that energy. Everybody has the energy. I said, what is Reiki? It is Radha Krishna only. So everyone has energy. But we have to give time to ourselves. We are so much into modernization and so much into wasting our time. When are we going to give time to ourselves? So when you start giving time to oneself, you see that your energy is revived. That is why time to oneself is chanting the holy name. The more we chant, we can understand the creation of Krishna. Every aspect of Krishna can be understood if we chant the holy name very nicely. So here the sages, just by seeing the Lakshana of Sukadeva Goswami, they could know that immediately they all got up. You see, the rishis, they were all aged. They were not young. This is just a 16 years boy coming there. A 16 years boy coming there, and that too naked, and having a nice smiling face. All women, surrounded by women also on top of that. All women are attracted to see him. But somebody can say, hey, what you're doing? You're so beautiful, and why are you going naked like this? Why are you trying to attract women? This is known as crow tendency, always trying to see fault. But sages, they have swan tendency. What they saw this effulgence and so beautiful. They saw, yes, he is very beautiful, and people are attracted because his age is like that. 16 years boy. Naturally, everybody will be attracted. But what they saw is the effulgence. They saw that he is not an ordinary person. So they all stood up in their seat. Sa Vishnurato Ithaya agataya tasmai saparyam shirasa jahara tato nivrutta yabuda striyorbhaka mahasane sopavivesha pujitaha sa Vishnurato. Who is Vishnurata? Parikshit Maharaj is known as Vishnurato. Sa Vishnurato thitaya agataya tasmai sapariyam shirasa jahara tato nivrutta yabuda striyorbhaka mahasane sopavivesha pujitaha. Sa Vishnurato tithaya agataya tithe. We say not tithaya, atithiye. It is not tithaya, it is atithaya. Atithaya means Vishnurataha, Maharaj Parikshit, atithaya. He is inviting this atithi. Generally, atithi means not just guest. Atithi means a guest who was not informed. You inform a person and say that I am your guest. I am your atithi. Don't say. Somebody comes without taking prior appointment. That person is known as atithi. So, Sa Vishnurato Atithaya Agataya. Immediately he came to one who has arrived there. Agataya, one who has arrived there. Tasmai Sapariyam Sirasa Jahara. He went to receive him. Sapariyam Sirasha. With the whole body, he bowed down. Not just like Chinese and Japanese just did like this. No. Not the Chinese way of doing. They just bend down. Jesus both their heads. No, with the whole body. Dandavat Pralam. Ajahara. Offered obeisances. Tataha nivruttaha. He avudaha striya arbhakaha. So what happened? That time, nivruttaha. Nivruttaha means he became freed from these women and the boys, because they were all following him. Some were teasing him because he was naked, and then he was sweet also looking. So they were all following him, but now it was stopped. Mahasane, they gave him exalted seat. Upavisheshaha, made him sit down. Maharaj Parikshit gave him Mahaasan, made him sit down. And then Pujitaha, respected him. This is the way Atithi is treated. First thing is, give you a nice smile. Somebody comes to your house without appointment, give a nice smile, call him inside. Whatever you have, first give seat, give water, speak nicely. That is how Atithi is invited. Immediately don't get tensed. Hey, what is this? What am I going to feed? I don't have anything. You don't have to give anything. Your nice words, a gentle smile, and made him sit. Your honor itself is enough to satisfy Atithi. What other things are there that is just to fill the stomach. But satisfaction comes by your behavior. Your wonderful behavior is enough to satisfy Atithi. And that too, if your Guru Acharya comes, you should know how to welcome. With intimation. If somebody has intimated, your Guru has intimated, I am coming, immediately you should know how to welcome your Guru. If without intimation your Guru comes, then also you should be prepared to welcome. And there's very nice stories there of Ramanujacharya. When Ramanujacharya goes along with his disciples, he gives an information to Varada, who was very rich, that I am coming. Go and tell him, to the rich disciple. So then his messenger goes and says, Ramanujacharya is coming. Then he was very excited. He started preparing. And then when he came back, Ramanujacharya said, what was his reaction? He said, very, very, very happy. Achha. Did he offer you any what? He said, no, so he was so excited. He started preparing for welcoming you and all of us. Ramanujacharya said, let us go ahead. Now see, this disciple went without intimation. So what was the duty? It's not just your Guru brothers, God brothers also. Everybody has to be treated properly. So then he went ahead. Poor person's house. There, the person was not there. Wife was taking bath. And they said Ramanujacharya has come. She was not able to come out. And Ramanujacharya could understand she has only one pair of clothes and that too torn. So immediately he throws the Angavastra. She wraps herself and comes out. So just and started thinking, what am I going to prepare? Because everything was empty, very poor. Then but she was very beautiful. She goes to the Zamindar and says, today night I'll come. Anyhow, you had a bad eye on me, but you provide every ingredient. My Guru has come. So in this way, she started preparing all opulent. Everything was there. And her husband comes and he is completely surprised seeing all the wonderful arrangement done for the Guru. Then he asks, how is it that we got all of this? We did not have even a grain of, even one morsel of grain. She said, then she told everything, and Ramanujacharya was hearing. Ramanujacharya, he was overwhelmed actually by seeing the dedication of his disciples. Then he said, do one thing. You take this Mahaprasad, Mahaprasad. After he had some small remnants, you take this and go to the Zamindar and go and give him. So husband and Ramanujacharya also were following. She went, gave. He immediately paid obeisances and said, Amba, oh my mother. Started looking her as mother. So just see, Atithi, He Parameshwara. Respect Atithi as good as God. Whoever comes without intimation, just love him. Whatever you have, try to give him the best. And what best you can give, worship him. Respect him. This is very important. So anyhow, so here Vishnu Ratha, who is always known as Vishnu Ratha. Vishnu Ratha means protected. Vishnu Ratha is always protected by Vishnu. He bowed his head to receive the guest Sukadeva Goswami. At that time, the ignorant women, boys ceased following Sukadeva Goswami. Receiving respect from all, Shri Sukadeva Goswami took his exalted seat. Okay. Sachadev Prabhu, Ravindra Sachiputra Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Proper Srila Prabhupada ki jai. On Sukadeva Goswami's arrival at the meeting, everyone except Srila Vyasadeva, Narad, and few others, stood up, and Maharaj Parikshit was glad to receive a great devotee of the Lord, bowed down before him with all the needs of his body. Sukadeva Goswami also exchanged the greetings and reception by embrace, shaking of hands, nodding, and going down, especially before his father and Narad. Thus, he was offered the presidential seat at the meeting. When he was so received by the king and sages, the street boys and the less intelligent women who followed him was struck with wonder and fear. So they retired from their frivolous activities and everything was full of gravity and calm. Hare Krishna.
Okay. So now we here will stop. Last 11 verses, 30 to 40 verses are there that we'll do next Saturday, because I have Ram Katha Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Jagannath Devasthanam. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the new batch of Bhakti Shastri has to be seen. So it is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sundar Kandam. A little bit, I don't know much about it, small portion, whatever. Just to attain mercy of Prabhu Ram. Okay. Sachadev Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you for the class. Mataji, just 2-3 points. That first, what we read in text 23, 78%. That 78% figure, which is representing this for the Jivas.
Huh?
So, the living beings who are part and parcel entities of Supreme Being have all these attributes partially, up to full strength of 78%. That one. So this 78%, which is mentioned here, it says 78% of the Lord. Prabhupada says 78% of the Lord's attributes. Now, Lord's attributes are unlimited, countless, millions, billions, etc. So does it mean that the 78%, which is the figure given for the Jiva Atma, that is also 78% representing
Living entities can go only up to 78%, not beyond that.
So is it 78% of the unlimitedness? Because it says in the next line, 78% of the Lord's attributes. It's the comparison given of Jivatma's percentage.
The Lord has unlimited attributes.
Correct. So Jivatma also has 78% of unlimited. That is my question. That is also the question.
So Jivatma also has unlimited attributes. But extent is how much? Till the 78% of unlimited attributes of Krishna. Now then, if that is increasing, this is also increasing.
Yes.
That is why your bhakti will make you increase your attributes.
Yes. Which are countless, but restricted to 78% of the law. Yeah. The next point is that in the same words in the translation of text 23, and often it is like this, it is quoted either in this life or in the next. Either in this life or in the next. So many times we have heard this line. So what is mean or in the next?
Where?
No, general I'm saying. It's in text 23 translation, last line. Either in this life or in the next. What jagah pe aisa words are there? What jagah pe aate hain?
So in this life or in the next life?
Next life must be some definition must be there of next. Does it mean next life in the material world, next life in the spiritual world, next life?
A devotee is not bothered. Wherever he is interested in serving Krishna.
So the next life here means just the immediate next life, like that? Or the next many lives?
Yes, when you say next life, it is immediate. You don't wait after 20 years or 20 lifetimes. Immediate. Okay. Immediate lifetime.
Immediate next
So
life.
Immediately also, like Narad Muni, he was a son of a maid servant. What was his next life?
Next life he will become a Prema Bhakti.
Prema Bhakti.
Then next point is that human beings on earth are situated. Prabhupada says in the purport, human beings on earth are situated at the beginning of the intermediate worlds. Are situated at the beginning of the intermediate worlds. Here we are defining the three planetary systems, upper, middle, that is intermediate and lower. So what do you mean by situated at the beginning of the immediate worlds?
Where you're reading, let me also read, na? Where it is.
Purport hai na, text 23 ki kar raha hu, in the middle. In the middle, the human beings.
In the mundane world, they have nothing to achieve, and they are full. Is it real? No. The human beings on the earth are situated at the beginning of the intermediate worlds.
So is it talking of the hierarchical level?
The human beings are situated at the beginning of the intermediate, but living entities like Brahma and his contemporary live in the upper planetary system. So it starts with upper, na?
So it's a hierarchy, na? Hierarchy is referred here.
Yes.
That's what I wanted to say. The last question was in the text 24, where he says, Maharaj Parikshit, I mean the purport of text 24. Maharaj Parikshit was already aware of this fact, Which fact now he's talking of? Aware of this fact, but he wanted the great sages. So here the already aware of this fact is I think referring to the that
And
at
he
the
is
time
going
of
to die.
dying, at the time of dying, what you are supposed to do. So he was already
He is
aware.
going to leave the body. He is first
Yeah.
aware of this fact. To accept this fact itself is a big thing. And
Yeah.
then what to do? There is a question asked. And he knows that
Yeah.
knowing about Krishna is the ultimate.
Yeah, so my question here is that Maharaj Parikshit was already aware of this fact. So yet he is asking the sages gathered over there, the senior sages and all that what to do. But he was already aware of the fact. So now on the presentation of this data of mine, I'm asking a query. The query is this, that when we ask a certain question from the seniors, like we ask you, we ask Prabhuji and all. So there can be two things in this. One thing is that we are already aware of that and yet asking, like here it is happening, Maharaj Parikshit is aware and yet he's asking just for confirmation. Of course, the whole thing, the bigger picture is that he's asking so that to teach us. That is the bigger picture. So when you ask a question, it is that either you are asking that you are already aware and you are asking, or it can also be that you are not aware you are asking. So how do we take this consciousness? Hare Krishna.
निवृत्ततर्षेर उपगीयमानात् भव औषधा श्रोत्र मनोभिरामात् का उत्तम श्लोक गुणानुवाद पुमान विरज्येत विना पशुघ्नात्. Why a self-realized soul goes on hearing about Krishna? Why is he asking about Krishna? He is drinking nectar. He just wants to go on drinking nectar.
Got it. Very nice. I not even thought of this point. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Okay. Any other doubt? Sanjay Prabhu.
Mataji, like these facts that living being can reach up to 78%, or 1,000 names of Vishnu are equal to one name of Rama, and 3 names of Lord Rama are equal to one name of Krishna. So what is the source of these facts? They must be coming from some Veda or some Puran or something.
Vishnu Sahasra.
Vishnu Sahasranam. And this 76%?
78% is given in the Shastras, because that 78 we cannot reach. That is Brahma only can reach, because Brahma comes in the Jiva Tattva.
Okay.
So that is why Brahmaji has 78 attributes of means 78, 75, 78, like that they cross.
So Miss Shastra means what?
Like
Like
Shastras, yes, it is given in the
Upanishad or
Shastras.
particular
Somewhere in the
Upanishad or
Upanishads
Okay.
or in the Vedas, it must be given. What is the quality of Brahma? What is the quality of Vishnu? 85 attribute has been given for Lord Shiva. That is why Lord Shiva doesn't come in the category of Jiva Tattva. Jiva Tattva's category is up to 78%. Whoever reaches at 78, he has all. He can be appointed as Brahma. The Brahma is a position. Now, Gunavatara. One of the avatar category of Avatara is Gunavatara, where Brahma also comes in Gunavatara. So Lord manifests as Gunavatara. That means what? Lord infuses that energy to a person who has 70. But that means he is giving that much attributes to qualify him to be Brahma. And nobody is there, then immediately he will manifest. Like Ganapati is the position. Nobody is there. So okay, then Vishnu, one of the important person from Vaikuntha Loka has taken the role of Ganesha for this Manvantara. Okay. If I have understood rightly, Krishna's 64 qualities have been mentioned. Shiva Tattva has 54. Yes, you're right. So all is mentioned.
So the figures are based on that.
Yeah. When you say 64 qualities, that means again unlimited.
Of course.
The 64 is only categories to the extent we have that knowledge.
Yes, the way it was mentioned in NOD. Your class was so nice, we cannot forget, Mataji. It remains indelible.
Another 1 year you have to pass, don't worry. Another 1 year where you all are going to teach the shlokas. By this, what will happen is This first canto is actually the basis. You cannot just rush about. And you will get the chance to speak on Fridays, where whatever section we have taken, making them learn the shlokas. You don't have to memorize the shlokas. At least you should know to read the shlokas, understand the meanings. By teaching, you learn more and more. Anyhow, you all are great scholars only. So, in this way, another 1 year, then we'll go for the second canto. Is it okay with everyone? Not okay?
We are
Yes,
okay, but
Mataji.
scared.
Yes.
Scared? Why scared for teaching?
No, I'm thinking about the audience, Mataji, how they will
They
take
are very
us.
wonderful. My son is there. My daughter-in-law is there. All our Thana devotees are there. Very nice crowd, humble crowd. We'll enjoy with them.
Feeling bad for them, Mataji. They'll have to tolerate people like me.
Like how you all are tolerating me like that.
We are enjoying.
Mataji, they are agree?
Yes, yes. They are all
Then okay.
eagerly waiting. Eagerly waiting. So anyhow, whatever we are teaching, we will be doing Tuesday and Thursday. In that important shlokas, whatever comes, that you can make them memorize. Like summary of the things what is taught. So two can take up the task. 2 at a time, 2 devotees at a time. We are around 12 to 13 devotees.
At a time. How will
At a
that
time
be,
means,
Mataji?
not at a time, is at one class. Like the class will be divided. Somebody will chant the shloka, somebody will teach the shloka, whatever has been done. Isn't it? So 2 devotees can take up the task in each class. The names and all will be given. This is the work of Aruna Sumukhi Mataji. Aruna Sumukhi. She has to make the chart and send to me. Okay.
Anyway, we don't have to worry much, Mataji. We have your blessings. And they are ready to
Okay,
face the torture.
No, Narayani Mataji knows every student's nerve very well. She will select she will assign appropriate duty to appropriate students. So there will be no torture. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Stop here. Hare Krishna. Next Saturday we'll finish it.